Flake Hill Morning Show presents our weekly interview with a man known as Highway 11, Julian Edelman.
Time to lock and load, boys. That is a milestone for Julian. Laser focus. Laser focus. Edelman comes down with a football. They're saying it's a catch. Julian Edelman makes a move. Works his way in.
Watch it or don't, whatever.
Touchdown, Julian Edelman. Let's go now. We got a free win. We're going. Look at Edelman break 2 tackles. And Edelman is home for the touchdown. They can't cover me. Never touch the ground.
It's unreal. It's insanity.
Boys, I got the knee for speed. Sports.
Julian Edelman is brought to you this week by Twisted Tea, the original hard iced tea, also by East Coast Metal Roofing, and by Fletcher Granite, your local granite supplier, cutting and providing granite to our communities right down to the curbs outside your homes and businesses, and by Zudi. Build any apps your company needs in a week. Visit Zudi.com for details. And joining us on the Harbor One hotline on this Patriots Friday, it is Julian Bubs Edelman. What's going on, Jules?
What's going on?
How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Excellent, thank you. You are underdogs for the second time. What?
Julian.
You are underdogs for the second time in 4 games this season. Does that provide any added motivation as you guys head to Kansas City?
Not really. I mean, you don't go into a game looking at that. At least I don't. You know, you're more worried about who you're playing and what you have to do to beat them. So that's where my focus is, Greg. That's where my focus is. Would that get you fired up, Greg?
Yes, of course, absolutely. That would motivate me. I mean, I wouldn't require additional motivation.
No, you're a professional. You've been in the NFL long enough. You don't need the rah-rah speech.
Yes.
Julian, when you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, how much of an emphasis do you guys put on yourself as an offense to make sure that when you get inside the red zone or any opportunity you get, you come away with touchdowns? Because you look at Kansas City and their ability on offense to score so easily and the explosiveness that they have. How important is it that you guys make sure you come away with touchdowns and not field goals?
I think that's huge. I mean, situational football is going to be paramount this game. Whether that's red area, third down, all those types of situations. You gotta have to, playing a team like this, you gotta have a really complementary type game. So you gotta do well in all phases, and that's what we're gonna try to do. We're gonna take advantage of this day today and tighten things up, prepare mentally tomorrow, and go out and see where stacks up. So. You definitely have to score points against a team that scores a lot.
I want to ask you about the difference between the first half and the second half this past Sunday and Cam Newton, and if you saw anything different in that second half mentally from him. I mean, a quarterback is bound to struggle at times like anybody else, but did you see anything different mentally when you guys came out for that second half from him?
Not really. I mean, that's just the ebbs and flows of the game sometimes. September is the month of improvement. We're still trying to stack together days and improve, continually improve each day. And that's where our focus is at. So, last week is last week. This week is this week. We're worried about the Kansas City Chiefs and not what happened in the past. Obviously, you can learn from things in the past. But, worried about the Chiefs, Greg.
Jules, how important is it? Because Josh McDaniels does a great job week to week of changing up the game plan. But talk about how important it is for players to make sure that they stay completely engaged. Because, last week you have 2 catches The week prior to that, you have a career game, and the constant flow of, every week it's changing, and you always got to be on your P's and Q's because you never know when your number's going to get called.
I mean, it's that. Anytime you have you got a guy like Josh, we change up here and there. So we'll see what it is this week. You always got to be ready, and that's just how it goes. The number one stat is the win. So the win category. So as a player, you do everything you can to contribute, and that's what you focus on. And that's where you go.
Do you consider Patrick Mahomes to be the best quarterback in the NFL right now?
He's pretty good. He's good. He's really good. We'll see. I'm more worried about what our offense does, not necessarily what their offense will do. But he's a good football player. It's fun to watch him play. And I'm more worried about seeing my quarterback play. So I like Cam.
Julian, where you guys are going to be traveling this week, what's the protocol on board aircraft? What's it like now?
A lot of space. They give you sort of like the stewardess coming around with like food and stuff and drinks. They literally have like garbage bags full of every snack, like literally everything you could think of, and then you just take everything out and you put it in another bag, and you give all the other snacks to the one lady that comes down the road. But it's pretty crazy. There's things on the plane I didn't know we had, and so that's the new protocol.
Okay.
And you got to wear a mask
The whole time, right?
whole time.
Man,
I feel like if you were calling in on the phone on the airliner, it might be better than this phone. Is that possible?
Is my reception bad?
It just
When isn't it?
I don't know what it is. You come in and out. I don't know if are you in the bowels of the stadium or are you driving? Where are you?
I'm getting treatment.
Oh, okay.
Getting treatment, Bubs.
All right, yeah.
receptions, it's the towers, man.
Yeah,
Might not be enough towers down there. That's all it is.
Have you? I don't know if you heard Cam Newton share with us on Monday that his nickname for coach is Dollar Bill, y'all. Have you referred to Bill as that yet?
No, I just call him Coach.
Just call him Coach. Do you have a nickname for Cam?
I call him Dollar Bill, y'all. But,
do you have a nickname for Cam, Julian?
Signal jammed.
I knew it.
Belichick turned it on. He got the notification.
Cam said,
Cam
said you can't give the man who gives out the nicknames a
Right.
nickname.
That's true. T-Bone. What is that? What I mean, really?
Last week was such progress. I thought last week was good.
Did you think it was progress last week?
I thought so. False progress.
We are all the 774 texter. I just drove off a bridge falling asleep.
Thoughts and prayers.
You got that trap phone, man.
He needs two phones.
The plane answer
One for
was
the
good.
plug and one for the load.
Yeah, I don't know if the plug phone works.
I don't think so, too.
This plug gonna be like, where you at, man?
It has to be a signal issue inside the stadium. And can't you get some kind of a booster or something like that
That's
when
probably
it comes?
a reason they haven't.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
I think you could buy them at Best Buy.
Control the flow of information.
Has there been? Well, I haven't been here that long. Only a year and a half, or not even. Has there ever been a phone call from a Patriots player on this radio station in which the signal has been loud and proud and clear?
No, and in fact, we never have a call that has the same sort of like perfectly clear, then all of a sudden totally garbled. Like with the Patriots, they'll be totally fine, and then they mention something, and like Belichick and Ernie are like garbling the line.
We're listening to the Patriots radio broadcast.
They treat their phones like they treat the opponent's talk to player engineering.
You know what Julian just did? He did the Greg game approach for the phone call. He stayed for the first quarter of the call, and then he left.
Maybe.
I think Bears knows. Bill's already told him he sits out in front of like a white van, just listens to any interview that they have to do and jams up the signal when things start to get a little bit too deep.
I mean, the only actual information that we got from him was about the snacks on the Patriots plane. I mean, that's the only thing we got out of Edelman.
I'll tell you what, if I'm ever going to commit crimes and I need to, be on the phone, I'm going right down to Gillette where they do it. Because the fans are not.
To try that in.
The fans are not going to be able to listen. Well, Claire, no, he kept going in the flop house, so that's what screwed him up.
What are you telling Wiggy for? He's an expert on Aaron
Should have
Hernandez.
stayed right in the building.
Just ask him.
I think maybe was that him calling back or no?
Stiz grabbed it, so I am unaware.
All right.
Hey, Jules. Yo, you need a new phone? My boy can hook you up.
Yeah, no, I'm sure
they would
Stiz
have it.
If anybody could sell you a burner phone, it would be Stiz Granny.
The Patriots just called and told Stiz that was it. Edelman now has to go to treatment.
Oh.
I wonder if it's
What is this?
I wonder who his service provider is. Doesn't that affect it sometimes?
Don't mention any service provider.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Boy, did you piss off Dan Kraft with that coat comment.
I'm going to end this for now because it doesn't seem like he's going to be calling back. See you next week, everybody.
Actually getting more information in this void with not having him